What is up, everyone? We are back at it again. But this time we're talking about the transfer portal. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of torn on the transfer portal because, on one end, I understand that wrestlers are the hardest working athletes in college sports, period. You will not convince me otherwise. And they deserve to get paid. They deserve to get that NIL money. So if you're going to hop team to team and collect as much bread as you can before your short career is over, by all means, I totally get it. On the other hand, I went to the University of Iowa. I graduated in the 2014, 2015 time where we had like Thomas Gilman, Michael Kremer, and a bunch of people or a bunch of athletes that wore that singlet and wore it with pride. It meant something to have that Hawkeye logo on you and to be going out in Carver Hawkeye Arena. Actually back when I was at school, you used to be able to buy like a student ticket for $5 and sit anywhere. So I would literally go all the way down and sit next to the bench. So there was times where I was basically on the bench trying to blend in like I was part of the team. It was so much fun. That was back when it was like two and the whole stadium would erupt. I'm going on a little tangent, but anyways. So on one end, it was just such a prideful thing to be a Big Ten wrestler or to even be a college wrestler in general. On the other, now athletes are just jumping every single year, and it almost feels a little ridiculous at this point. I mean, 3 days into the portal being open, we have 160 athletes, a couple from Iowa, from all the big schools, ton from Stanford. I'm really curious what you guys think of the transfer portal. Is it helping the sport of wrestling or is it hurting the sport of wrestling? Because it looks like there's no real turning back or going back to the old days, where you had to recruit kids out of high school and that's just what it was. Now it's let them go to D2 or D3, win a national championship there, bring them up to the D1 program. Okay, you did really good at some random D1 school. All right, now let's bring you to a Big Ten like Ohio State, Oklahoma State, Penn State, or Iowa. Penn State's a bad example because they get all the killers right out of high school. But everywhere else, it seems like it's all about swooping up the athletes. So it's like the smaller programs don't really get a chance to survive and develop athletes into national champions because by the time they're developed or they're doing really good on that team, boom, they're off to Iowa. And then like you got an Iowa team full of just random one-year athletes where it's like, it doesn't really feel like you're supporting the team that you grew up watching, if that makes sense. Like the Spencer Lee, Austin DeSantos was a transfer too, but he really embraced the Iowa spirit. Same with Mikey Caliendo. He's another transfer portal that really embraces the spirit, which would, counteract my whole point. But most of the athletes, it's like, I don't even know who these people are. I only get to see them for 1 year. I don't really get to develop this fan relationship with them, so I don't really give a fuck at the end of the day. And it's getting harder to be like, I guess maybe I'm a little biased because I'm a Hawkeye fan, and the Hawkeyes, haven't been doing the best, but yeah, I'm curious, what do you guys think of the transfer portal? I'm just really curious what you guys think, especially those that aren't maybe Iowa fans. Maybe you're a fan of a different school and you have a totally different perspective on it. I'd love to hear it, so please share. See you guys.